You open a RAR file someone sent you. Looks normal. Maybe it's a document. Maybe it's some photos. You double-click it, it extracts, and you move on with your day. But in the background, something already happened. A file you never asked for just got placed on your computer, somewhere you wouldn't think to look. And the next time you open your browser, it runs. This is WinRAR, the file compression app that almost everyone has installed at some point. The one with the famous 40-day free trial that somehow lasts forever. You've probably seen that pop-up asking you to buy it. You've probably closed it 100 times. It looks harmless. It's been around for over 20 years. But in the last 3 years alone, hackers found 2 different ways to turn it into something dangerous. The first one hit in 2023. A group of hackers started sending people fake trading documents. These weren't sketchy emails from a Nigerian prince, just a PDF inside a RAR file, the kind of thing you'd open at work without thinking twice. But here's what was actually happening. When you extracted that RAR file, it wasn't just pulling out a PDF. Hidden inside the archive were other files with the same name as the PDF but a different extension. And when WinRAR tried to open the PDF, a bug in the program made it run one of those hidden files instead. Malicious code. In the background, no extra clicks, no warnings, nothing. And the people behind this weren't some random teenagers. It was a group linked to Russian intelligence. They were targeting businesses, trying to steal money, and it worked. WinRAR eventually patched it. Version 6.23 fixed the bug. Everyone moved on. But then came 2025, and it happened again. Different bug, same problem. This time, the method was even sneakier. Hackers would create a RAR file that looks like it only has one file inside. Say, someone's resume. You open it, you see a PDF. You think that's it, but attached to that file are hidden streams. Think of them like invisible attachments. They don't show up when you look at the archive normally. When you extract the file, those hidden streams don't go where they're supposed to. They go one folder up, then another folder up, until they land somewhere your computer trusts. Specifically, they drop a fake version of a browser file into a temp folder, and the next time you open your browser, Windows loads the fake one instead of the real one. You didn't download a virus. You didn't visit a sketchy website. You opened a resume. And here's what really gets me about both of these. These aren't some advanced memory exploits that take months to develop. In most hacking, the attacker has to figure out how the program stores data in memory, find a weak spot, and carefully craft an attack. It's hard, but these WinRAR bugs, they're simpler than that. The program just doesn't check the file path properly. It doesn't ask, wait, am I putting this file where the user actually wants it? It just writes it wherever the file says to go. A program that millions of people use every single day that handles sensitive files from strangers. And the security check was basically, there wasn't one. And here's the irony that makes all of this worse. WinRAR is technically a paid program. It has a 40-day free trial. But after 40 days, a pop-up appears asking you to buy a license. You close the pop-up. WinRAR keeps working. Forever. Nothing breaks. Nothing locks. The pop-up just comes back. So millions of people have been running the free trial for 20 years. It's become one of the internet's longest-running jokes. There are memes about it. Everyone knows. Nobody pays. So, what do you actually use instead? One name. 7-zip. It does the same thing WinRAR does. Opens RAR files, zip files, basically everything. But there are 3 reasons it's better. First, it's actually free. Not free trial free. Not will annoy you until you pay. Free. Completely free. No pop-ups. No limitations. No catch. Second, it's open source. That means the code is public. Anyone in the world can look at it. And this matters because of exactly what we just talked about. When thousands of people can review the code, security problems get found faster. They get fixed faster. You're not relying on one company to catch everything. The whole community is watching. Third, it compresses better. 7-zip uses its own format called 7z, and it consistently creates smaller files than RAR. On top of that, it handles multi-core processors better. So on modern computers, compression is noticeably faster. And when you're dealing with large files, that difference adds up. One small thing to know, 7-zip can open RAR files, but it can't create them. In practice, this almost never matters. Zip and 7z cover basically everything. And here's something most people don't know. If you're on Windows 11, you can already open RAR files without installing anything. Microsoft added native RAR support using an open source library. No WinRAR, no 7-zip. Windows just does it. So WinRAR's entire selling point, you need me to open RAR files, doesn't even exist anymore. Your operating system already handles it. WinRAR had a legendary run. Over 20 years of being everyone's default choice. But the security issues keep coming, and there's a free, open source, faster alternative sitting right there. If your Windows install has other problems problems you want to clean up, bloatware, ads, all that stuff. I've got a video on that. Link is on screen right now. If this helped, the like button is right there. I'm 404 found. See you in the next one.